Hey everyone, Duke here, and today we're going to talk about how to level up in Lightfall. Power level has gone up pretty significantly in this expansion, with the soft cap going to 1750, the powerful cap going to 1800, and the pinnacle cap up to 1810. For those newer or returning to the game, the soft cap means that you will get drops from anything in the game that increases your power up to this soft cap level of 1750. From 1750 to 1800, you will need to get drops from powerful or pinnacle sources, and from 1800 to 1810, only drops from pinnacle sources will allow you to increase your power level. Do note that there's actually two levels when it comes to power leveling. There is your gear level, and then there is your bonus artifact level. And then those two levels combine to be your total power level. Your gear level is the averaged out level of all of your gear. All 8 slots, you have 3 weapons, you have 5 armor slots. The averaged out level will be your gear score. Your bonus level comes from your artifact and resets every single season, and you will get another bonus level from this artifact after a certain amount of XP. Every level you do get from the artifact, the power bonus will go up in terms of how much XP you need in order to get the next level. The absolute fastest way to get this XP for your bonus power level is through seasonal challenges. These will unlock each week for the first 10 weeks of the season and have a numerous number of different challenges that you can do in different activities. They will also give Bright Dust and other rewards, so definitely want to check out the seasonal challenges, and these are very worth doing. And the other fastest way to get XP is going to be through bounties. I know a lot of people are pretty against bounties or don't really like bounties, but for me, I usually tend to just pick them up. If I get them done, awesome. If I don't get them done, no big deal. But when you're running pretty much any activity in the game, there's bounties associated with just about all of them, or there's even gunsmith bounties that you can just do whenever or wherever. And again, if you get them done, that's more XP, that's more rewards. Sometimes there's Bright Dust attached to it as well. And if you don't get them done, no big deal. You did spend maybe a little bit of Glimmer in order to buy them. And you know, if you're close to getting done with a bounty and maybe you just finished up like your 3 Gambit matches, but you're really, really close to getting another bounty or 2 done, you could run another match, or just, you know, if you're almost done with a gunsmith bounty, you can go run and get a couple kills to do that. And sometimes I'll do that, but usually I just don't really focus on the bounties. I just buy them, do the activities that I'm doing anyway, and then I just get more rewards. As with when Witch Queen came out, completing the Legend version of the Lightfall campaign is going to be your best and fastest way to level up quickly through the soft cap, and will actually give you a boost into the powerful band of leveling as well. Completing every single mission in the Lightfall campaign on Legendary will provide you with a set of gear at 1770 power, as well as one of the 2 new exotics for your class. Even if you decide partway through to not do every mission on Legend, the Legend campaign will give you 2 chests per encounter, which will be boosting your level as you complete more content, along with a huge amount of upgrade modules. But even just doing the campaign on normal is one of the best ways forward, as you can complete the new story while also getting leveled up to the soft cap of 1750. Once you reach 1750, only powerful and pinnacle drops will increase your power from here, outside of the guaranteed 1770s from the Legend campaign. There's a really easy way to see powerfuls and pinnacles at a glance from your director, and that's going to be to look for these little yellow stars. If you click on any of the planets or basically nodes that have a little yellow star next to them or below them, you will notice that once you're inside there, you'll be able to hover different activities to see different powerful and or pinnacle rewards. There are a couple of powerful drops that are unlocked with the completion of the campaign and a quest after the campaign, such as getting Reputation with Nimbus, and there's an additional one in the Hall of Heroes as well. As you're doing pretty much anything in the game, you can potentially get Prime Engrams, which if you do get one, you should turn it in pretty much right away as soon as you can, because these will not change in power as other drops do until you grab them. A Prime Engram, as soon as it drops, as soon as it's in your inventory, that's going to be the power it is forever. So if you just hold it there and you get like 5 levels higher than when you realized you had it, then suddenly that Prime Engram is no longer going to help you. So you want to make sure whenever you get one of these Prime Engrams, you go to the tower, turn it in as quick as you can. You can get multiple Prime Engrams a day as long as you have Prime Attunement, which you can see on your character screen, and this gives you a chance to receive a Prime Engram, which again is a powerful engram, by defeating challenging enemies or completing Crucible matches. So pretty much anything, you have a chance to get one. Defiant Battlegrounds has 3 different rewards, with powerful drops at 5 completions and 6 completions. There are multiple powerful rewards in the tower for completing 8 bounties from different activities, such as Strikes, Crucible, Gunsmith, and Gambit. There's also a powerful reward from Dares of Eternity for completing 3 dares, or if you do the Legend dares, you can do this in 1 match. Now let's talk about pinnacles. There's actually a lot more drops that have been converted from powerfuls to pinnacles for Lightfall, and remember that once you hit 1800 as your base gear score, so again that white number, you're going to need to do pinnacle drops in order to get higher level for your gear. Also note that there used to be two different types of pinnacles that weren't really shown in any way in the game, and unless it's a bug, now all pinnacle drops will be +2s, which means it'll be 2 higher than your current gear score. We have 2 pinnacles for strikes, including one specifically from Nightfalls and getting 200k total score in Nightfalls. Used to be 100k from one singular Nightfall. Now you can do this in multiple Nightfalls. A lot easier to do in terms of if you're running solo than it used to be. So you can always do this match made with the hero lowest level Nightfall playlist. And the second pinnacle drop is going to be completing Vanguard playlists using the same subclass element as the current active Elemental Surge. You can do that again in the regular Vanguard ops or the Nightfall, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're using the right class and you'll see the surges on the bar basically above where it says Nightfall or above where it says Vanguard ops in your respective playlist. As before, there is a pinnacle for completing 3 Gambit matches as well as completing 3 Crucible matches. There's also 2 pinnacles from this season's Battleground activity, one for completing 8 bounties from the war table, and another for doing 3 of the Battleground, which I don't have unlocked on this character, but it'll be right here. Going back to dares, there's a pinnacle attached to it as well for getting a score of 250,000 or higher in 1 completion. Once you've completed the campaign, there's another pinnacle for doing whatever the weekly mission rotator is and getting a 100k score or better on that mission. Also, there's a weekly bounty at Nimbus, which allows you to unlock the partition once per week, and this will also give you a pinnacle drop. There's also still the raid and dungeon rotators, which they usually let us know what they're going to be on the Friday for the next week, or you can just look for them on the current week, and this will give you a pinnacle for whatever raid and or dungeon is active for that week. Right now it is Last Wish for the raid, and it is Prophecy for the dungeon, so if you're not sure, just look around, look for the one that has the little yellow star, that when you hover over it, it says Pinnacle Gear. You will only need to complete the final part of whatever raid or dungeon it is, technically like the last encounter. So for Prophecy, it's the final boss. For Riven, that's technically Queen's Walk. I'm sorry, for Last Wish, that's technically Queen's Walk. You don't even have to necessarily do Riven if you can find a checkpoint for Last Wish specifically, but whatever, you need the mission complete. Once you get the mission complete for the current dungeon and the current raid rotator, you will get a pinnacle in addition to whatever you would normally get for that encounter. Also note that it's not available yet, but the new raid coming out this Friday is going to have a bunch of pinnacles from each and every encounter, if it's like it's always been. Usually there's 4, maybe even 5 encounters, all of which will give you pinnacles, and then once the challenge modes start coming out, that gives you an additional pinnacle that you can get every week on all 3 characters. And whenever Trials is active, you can also get pinnacles from it for round wins as well as going flawless. Also, whenever Iron Banner is active, you have a chance to get 4 pinnacles for that given week. They unlock 1 per day for the first 4 days, and all you need to do is matches with whatever type of damage they want you to in terms of the subclass for that season. I would assume Strand and something else will probably be our options for this season. And for at least the rest of this season, Spire of the Watcher is our most current dungeon, so it is still going to have pinnacles for each and every encounter. That is a total of 3, so this is actually one of our best ways to get pinnacles, at least until the raid comes out next Friday. And finally, the Hawthorne Clan Challenge got changed to basically give commendations in whatever activities. You're going to need to give 20 total commendations to get this, and weirdly enough, even though they changed this challenge from 5,000 clan XP to 20 commendations, it has always said Powerful Gear Tier 2, but has always been a pinnacle, and is still a pinnacle. So they changed the challenge and what it is. They did not change the drop visual, and they also didn't change what it actually is. So it's still a pinnacle, even though it says powerful. This is another pinnacle for you. Also note, speaking of clans, I forgot to mention this earlier, but your weekly clan engrams for having clanmates do Crucible, Nightfalls, Raids, and Gambit all will be powerful drops as well, so keep that in mind and make sure to visit Hawthorne each week to grab those as well if you are in a clan. And that's all for today. I hope this video helped you level up for some of the endgame activities that are going to be coming out. We got raids, we got trials, we've got Nightfalls, we've got all sorts of things coming in the coming weeks for Lightfall. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.